guys, so I'm coming to you from the kitchen. This is another episode of Candice and Nelson. Nelson's behind the camera. Say hello.
Hello.
I was going to let you wave your hand. We're going to make sushi for dinner today. And I told you guys about, I don't know if it was Instagram Live or Periscope, whatever. And somebody asked me, like, can you do a video? So we do this all the time. I started making sushi on my own probably like a little bit last year. And I figured out the recipe. I looked at Alton Brown, specifically Good Eats. I read some things and I went and bought the materials. I got a mat and I just worked it out. And now all of our sushi, like 99% of the time we eat sushi, it's homemade. Sometimes we still buy it if we're feeling lazy, but it's homemade. So it's a process because we got to have the rice cool before we actually get into the rolling and everything. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing now. So I'm going to wash my rice. But I just want to show you, you have to get specific rice. If you're making sushi, this is a brand of rice we get, one of the few brands. But it has to be short grain rice. And it'll specifically say sushi rice. This is at like the grocery store, our Wise grocery store. You can get it at standard grocery stores. You can get bigger, like in bulk, types of rice or types of containers of rice from like an Asian market. We go to our local Asian market, H Mart, things like that. But the rice is actually one of the most expensive things when you do this. Like this little thing, it's like $7. So yeah.
But you can buy it bulk if
you can buy it bulk and you get
if you feel like buying like 20 pounds at a time. Then. So
what I'm gonna do, I just wash my rice right in the pot. So you can do another bowl or whatever. But you have to wash it to get most of the starch off of it. So I'll rinse it like 3 or 4 times. You can get in here. You can get in here. So you rinse it with like warm water like 3 or 4 times, and I rinse it to get the starch off. So you see how the water is really, really cloudy? So I'll rinse it until the water runs clear. So like, and I'll kind of dump some out, swirl my hand around, and keep doing it. So I get my rice as clear as possible. I rinse it like 3 or 4 times. So then what you do, the recipe I started using was a cup of rice for 1 cup of water for every cup of rice when you cook it. And I realized as I was doing that it was burning. The rice was burning. And it definitely was not enough water. So what I did is kind of eyeball it. I'll kind of just put water in the pot, like probably like 2 inches above the rice, really. Let me do that now. You have to, hold on. About 2 inches above the rice. Because a lot of the water boils off and everything, but my rice was burning. Ask Nelson, it was burning. And I'm like, yeah, that's not how it's gonna go. So I'm gonna put some water in here. No seasoning, don't season it, don't put anything in it yet. We have a seasoning concoction that we use. So what we do is we take, my water's still a little cloudy. That's okay. Hold on. So we take our rice and we put it on the stove, put it on high heat, uncovered until it starts to boil. As soon as it starts to boil, we're going to turn it down to about medium to low and let it simmer, put a lid on it. But we're going to turn it on high. Because I can't light my damn, there we go. Until it boils. And once it boils, I'll turn it down to low, put a top on it, and I'll be back. Alright, so my rice is done cooking. It's already really, really sticky. But we're going to put our seasoning in to season the rice to give it that sushi flavor and to help it stick together even more. So what you do, and this is not my recipe, you take some sugar in a bowl. So I have some sugar. It's about 1 tablespoon of sugar to every 2 cups of rice. And you take some rice vinegar. You can get this at standard grocery stores. Yeah. Okay. And you put probably about for 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar for every tablespoon of sugar. So I go ahead and I put that in like that. Microwave it for about a minute. Just to get the sugar dissolved and everything. Alright. what you're gonna do, I'll just use this. Mix it up a bit in the bowl. Get it looking pretty decent. And you're gonna pour this over your rice, and you're gonna mix it. Sorry for the not focus. Pour it over the rice. Get it all out. And we're gonna do like a, I'm sorry, I'm holding the camera and trying to do this at the same time. And we just, hold on, sorry. Cut it in and fold it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to actually lay the rice out in this container so it can cool. Because you really can't make sushi with hot rice. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so my rice is prepped. I put it in this pan and I'm covering it with a paper towel that's been wet with cold water, and it just sits here. And I try to, the longer you let it sit, the better, the cooler it is. I'm gonna be honest with you, me and Nelson, sometimes we get impatient, and I'll just make the sushi with slightly warmer rice, and by the time I'm done making all the sushi, it's all cool and room temperature and fine. But let it sit for as long as you need it to, as long as possible. I'm going to, gotta do some homework because this will be for dinner a little bit later. And yeah, I'll show you how I prepare my ingredients and everything. Alright guys, so I'm prepping all the ingredients for the sushi. Sushi is handmade, so a clean counter and clean fingers is pretty much what you need to do. So my favorite sushi is avocado, salmon, and cream cheese. And so I'm slicing up avocado, and I'm going to lay all my ingredients out. So before you make your sushi, like, you need all your ingredients out. So what I'm going to do is show you how I prep those ingredients. So I have avocado here. I have another one in case I need it. I probably will. That's me and Nelson's favorite one. Also, so we're going to make two types today. We're going to make salmon, avocado, and cream cheese. Some just salmon and cream cheese if we run out of avocado. And we're going to do spicy crab. Spicy crab. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. If you're anything about Maryland, you know we do crabs. Like, everyone doesn't like crab. It's not everyone's thing, but crabs, I know how to cook crabs. I've known how to cook them since I was little. We know how to season them. We know what to do. And I'm going to show you how to make a spicy crab mix to go in your sushi. And then we'll just use that whole mix and make a roll of that. So I just got some claw crab meat. You can do jumbo lump. If you're not familiar, crab meat is very expensive. So like a container this size of like jumbo lump crab meat will run you like 30 bucks. For real. So this is claw meat. Claw meat's a bit cheaper.
I think that was on sale for, what was it, $5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $5 before tax.
That's what it looks like. Focus. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put some in a container. Just because I'm going to make a... Alright. Kind of break it up. Remember, clean hands and clean fingers is what you need making sushi.
Yeah, you don't want your stink fingers all up on the crab meat.
So what I do... Let me wash my spoon off. Hold on, guys. Is I just mix.
It looks kind of gross.
Do you have Obey? Sriracha. Make it spicy. And what I do is I put a little bit of cream cheese in to make it like, I don't know, creamier. So you say. So what we do, it sounds weird, but it tastes delicious. Trust me. How long is this video going to be?
Well, I hope no more than 149 minutes, because that's how much.
So I'll take that, put it in, and then kind of smash it around. Looks gross, but we smash it around and make the spicy crab mix. I'm gonna prep cream cheese. It's very, very messy.
Very mushy.
Very mushy, but that's how I cut it. We go through a lot of it. We will go through 2 packages making all this sushi. We definitely will, and that's all right.
So typically, how much does it take to, like, how much do we spend on sushi?
like if we had no ingredients, nothing at home, and we needed to make it, you're looking at about, depending on what you want to put in, probably about $50.
All right, and how much does that last us? No, that's eating like...
That's having no ingredients.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner pretty much for sushi for...
like 2 days.
Yeah.
We make a lot of sushi.
So if you like sushi and you...
Because people will spend $50 at a sushi bar.
Right.
For one meal. But remember, that's if you have no ingredients. So like the rice, you can get a big bag of rice. You don't have to buy rice the next time. The nori that I'm going to show you...
If you find a good deal...
If the nori, we found a really good deal with our nori. It's like $1.99. We have like 20 packs. So the next time, and it's like his shelf life, it's incredible. So we don't have to buy nori the next time. So usually what we're buying for our sushi...
it's just the fish.
The fillings. The fish, we always have to buy fish. And sometimes we have cream cheese too if it's on sale. But usually the fish and any veggies we're putting in. Those are the things that need to be fresh.
And you can do things like cucumber and other stuff like that. There is vegetarian sushi, but I don't know why you'd want that. That sounds horrible. And it sucks. You can do smoked salmon. Anything that you see at a sushi bar, you can replicate by just going to H Mart or your local grocer or fishmonger.
So I'm going to go ahead and cut up this, do the second. You'll see as we make this sushi, you will see how much we go through. Alright guys, so everything is prepared for me to make sushi. I've cut up all my cream cheese. We have our avocado, our spicy crab mix. This is nori. Oh no, it's a cute grab a pack of the closed nori out that bag. Out of the bag, a package of nori so I can show them. So this is nori used for sushi. It comes like this. Let me show you. It comes like this in a package. Different brands, different types. We used to pay like $5 at our local grocery store, but if you could find like an Asian market, they're like $1.99 for 10 sheets, and you cut them in half to make the sushi. Okay? You cut them in half. We have our salmon. Make sure you get sushi approved salmon, approved to be eaten raw. If you don't know, you can ask. We always ask the seafood department or whatever, and they kind of lead us in the right direction. And we're not professional sushi chefs, so we just cut it the best we can into small pieces, small slivers, if you will. I do eat my salmon raw. It's very tasty. I don't want to gross anybody out, but it's very good. Then again, if you're watching a sushi video, you're really not grossed out. So now I'm going to hold the camera, and I'm going to show you how to make one roll start to finish, and I'll cut it so you can see. The key is very, very clean hands. Everything is done with your hands. Clean hands. You got the sticky rice. In order for the rice not to stick to your fingers, you need to wet your fingers. So you need a bowl here of cold water. That's what I did. So we're going to take some nori, and I just lay it down. Oh, this is my mat. You can get this set at the grocery. You're moving too fast. It's not going to focus. You can get this set at the grocery store with like the wooden rice spoon here for like $5. And I covered it in plastic wrap. And yeah, let me show you. So place your nori down. I dip my hands in water. We're going to get some rice. It's very sticky. And I'm going to press it out onto the nori. You don't really need a lot. Kind of eyeball how thick you want your sushi. If you really like the taste of this rice, you might want to make them thicker. But you have to remember, you have to roll this up. So if it doesn't fit, you're going to have like an open roll and things will start spilling out of your roll.
Time out. Side note. If you cook your rice, make sure you let it cool.
I already talked about that
before doing this. It will stick to your fingers like napalm, and you won't have any more fingers.
So I like to put my rice on the outside. If you want your rice on the inside, you leave it this way. Go ahead and flip it over. So you go ahead and flip it over. We're going to make salmon, avocado, and cream cheese. So what I do, not really any rhyme or reason. We'll start with this avocado. It is very mushy. You want a ripe avocado, but not too ripe. See, this one's almost not ripe, but that's okay. I love avocado, so.
Avocado.
You don't want to overfill it because it will not roll. So it took me a while to get the roll down. So I'm going to take some salmon. Again, this is a fingers food type of situation. So your hands always need to be clean. Sometimes you got to cut a little piece. Again, I'm not a professional, but my counter's clean, by the way. All right. And then I'll put a little cream cheese on it. This is probably as thick as you want to fill any roll because just the sheer size of it. Yeah. So now, here we go. Rolling. You have to be aggressive and quick.
Smush it down.
And committed to rolling it. So what we're going to do is we'll take the edge of our mat, take our fingers just to hold everything in place, and you're going to roll, squeeze, tuck, and keep going all at the same time. Roll, squeeze, tuck, and keep going.
Be fearless.
Roll, squeeze, tuck, and keep going. Roll, squeeze, tuck. You have to be aggressive. Boom. And now sometimes you get this. See how it's squeezed out? Again, I'm not a professional. We kind of just smush it in. Yep. That's all right. Smush it in.
Or if there's anything left over,
Nelson usually eats it. So smush it in. That's okay. Mm-hmm. Now that shows that sushi roll is a little bit overfilled. It's whatever. We eat it. It's still just as tasty. Now I make all my rolls before I cut them, but just to show you what it looks like inside. Get my hands again. Dip your knife before you cut. You're gonna go. Try not to saw. Sometimes I saw. Alright. Sometimes 6 pieces, depending on the sushi. Sometimes 8 pieces. It depends on what it is. Boom. There's your sushi roll. So, Nelson and I are going to go ahead and make like a billion of these. It tastes really, really good. I'll show you once everything's on the plate. So here's the finished product. We're going to sit in our living room and watch television, watch our show, Oak Island. But here it all is, cut up and everything. We make a lot of sushi. And so here is some smoked salmon. Sometimes I'll roll it on the outside of the sushi. Other times we just kind of sit on top of our sushi and eat it like that. And that's what we're going to do. But yeah, that is what we did. It is a lot. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about it, let me know. I really enjoy it. We got I usually eat mine with wasabi and some soy sauce, but we ran out of wasabi. But I used some soy sauce on my plate. And we're going to chow down. So me and Nelson are out of here. You want to say bye, Nelson?
All right, see you.
Bye, guys.